Welcome to IELTS.net podcast. How to ace your IELTS speaking test. Describing a place in your hometown that has changed over time. As an experienced IELTS speaking examiner, I understand the challenges candidates face when tackling questions about their hometown. One common topic that often appears is describing a place that has undergone significant changes. In this comprehensive guide, I'll provide you with strategies, sample answers, and key vocabulary to help you excel in this part of the IELTS speaking test. Understanding the task. When asked to describe a place in your hometown that has changed over time, the examiner is looking for your ability to clearly describe a specific location, explain how it has transformed, express your thoughts and feelings about these changes, use a range of vocabulary and grammatical structures. This topic is highly relevant as it allows you to showcase your language skills while discussing urban development, a theme that resonates with many IELTS examiners. Part 1. Introduction and Interview. In Part 1, the examiner may ask some general questions about your hometown. Here are a few examples. Where is your hometown located? How long have you lived there? What do you like most about your hometown? Has your hometown changed much in recent years? Let's look at a sample answer for the last question. Has your hometown changed much in recent years? Candidate: yes, my hometown has changed a lot. There are many new buildings and shops now. The roads are better too. It's become more modern. Absolutely, my hometown has undergone significant transformations in recent years. The skyline has been dramatically altered with the construction of numerous high-rise buildings and shopping complexes. Additionally, the infrastructure has been substantially upgraded with improved road networks and public transportation systems. These changes have modernized the city considerably, though some argue it's at the expense of its traditional charm. Part 2. Long-term cue card. Now, let's focus on a cue card related to our main topic. Describe a place in your hometown that has changed over time. You should say what the place is, how it has changed, why it has changed, and explain how you feel about this change. Here's a sample answer. Band 6th 7. Answer: the place I want to talk about is the old market in my hometown. It used to be a very traditional place with small shops and food stalls. Now it has changed a lot. The old buildings have been replaced by a modern shopping mall. There are now many branded stores and a big food court. The change happened because the city wanted to modernize the area and attract more tourists. Also, many young people prefer shopping in modern malls. I have mixed feelings about this change. On one hand, the new mall is cleaner and more convenient, but on the other hand, I miss the old market's charm and the personal touch of the small shop owners. It's sad to see some of our traditions disappearing. Band 8 to 9 answer. The place I'd like to describe is the central marketplace in my hometown, which has undergone a dramatic transformation over the past decade. This area, once a bustling traditional market with a labyrinth of narrow alleys lined with small family-owned shops and street food vendors, has now been completely redeveloped into a state-of-the-art shopping complex. The change has been truly remarkable. The old, sometimes dilapidated structures have been replaced by a sleek modern building with multiple floors. Inside, you'll find a plethora of international brand outlets, a spacious food court offering a variety of cuisines, and even a multiplex cinema. The surrounding area has also been revamped, with wider roads, organized parking, and landscaped gardens. This transformation was primarily driven by the local government's Urban Renewal Initiative, aimed at modernizing the city center and boosting the local economy. There was also a growing demand from the younger generation for a more contemporary shopping experience, which the old market couldn't provide. Personally, I have conflicting emotions about this change. On one hand, I appreciate the enhanced convenience and improved facilities that the new complex offers. It has undoubtedly brought a new vitality to the area and created numerous job opportunities. However, I can't help but feel a sense of nostalgia for the old market. Its unique character and rich history have been lost in the name of progress. The personal connections between shopkeepers and customers, which were a hallmark of the old market, are notably absent in the new setup. In conclusion, while I understand the necessity for development, I believe it's crucial to find a balance between modernization and preserving our cultural heritage. Perhaps incorporating elements of the old market's architecture or setting aside areas for traditional vendors could have maintained a link to our past while embracing the future. Follow-up questions. Do you think it's important to preserve old buildings in cities? How do you think city planning will change in the future? Sample answer Boing. Preserving old buildings in cities is undeniably crucial for several reasons. Firstly, these structures are tangible links to our history and cultural identity. They provide invaluable insights into our ancestors' architectural styles, craftsmanship, and way of life. Secondly, old buildings often possess a unique charm and character that modern structures struggle to replicate, contributing significantly to a city's aesthetic appeal and tourist attraction. However, I believe the key lies in striking a balance between preservation and progress. While we should make concerted efforts to maintain historically significant buildings, we must also allow for necessary urban development. This could involve repurposing old buildings for modern use while retaining their original facades or integrating them thoughtfully into new developments. Ultimately, a city that successfully blends its historical architecture with modern innovations can create a rich, diverse urban landscape that honors its past while embracing the future. I believe city planning in the future will be increasingly focused on sustainability and adaptability. With growing concerns about climate change and resource depletion, future cities will likely prioritize green spaces, renewable energy sources, and eco-friendly transportation systems. We may see more vertical gardens, rooftop solar panels, and extensive bike lane networks. Additionally, the COVID-19 pandemic has highlighted the need for flexible urban spaces. Future city plans might include more multi-purpose buildings and public areas that can be easily repurposed in times of crisis. Smart city technologies will also play a crucial role, with integrated systems managing everything from traffic flow to waste management. However, I think there will also be a renewed emphasis on creating community-centric neighborhoods with mixed-use developments that allow people to live, work, and socialize within walking distance. This could help reduce commuting, foster stronger communities, and improve overall quality of life. Part 3. Two-way discussion. In this section, the examiner will ask more abstract questions related to the topic. Here are some potential questions and sample answers. Examiner: how do you think urban development affects local communities? Urban development can have both good and bad effects on communities. It can bring new jobs and better facilities, but it can also make housing more expensive and change the community's character. Candidate Band 8-9, urban development can have profound and multifaceted impacts on local communities. On the positive side, it often brings economic growth, creating new job opportunities and attracting investment. Improved infrastructure, such as better transportation systems and public amenities, can enhance the quality of life for residents. However, these benefits can come at a cost. Rapid development frequently leads to gentrification, where rising property values displace long-term residents, particularly those from lower income brackets. This can erode the community's social fabric and cultural identity. Moreover, uncontrolled urban sprawl can result in environmental degradation and the loss of green spaces. Therefore, it's crucial for urban planners to adopt a holistic approach that considers not just economic growth, but also social equity and environmental sustainability to ensure that development truly benefits the entire community. Do you think it's possible to modernize a city while preserving its traditional character? Candidate: yes, I think it's possible, but it's not easy. Cities can keep some old buildings and areas while developing new parts. They can also make new buildings that look similar to traditional ones. Candidate: I believe it is indeed possible to modernize a city while preserving its traditional character, although it requires careful planning and a delicate balancing act. The key lies in adopting a nuanced approach to urban development that respects the city's historical and cultural heritage. This could involve restoration and adaptive reuse of historic buildings, incorporating traditional architectural elements into new constructions, and maintaining distinct cultural districts. Cities like Kyoto in Japan and Edinburgh in Scotland have successfully demonstrated this balance, where modern amenities coexist harmoniously with centuries-old structures. Additionally, implementing strict zoning laws and design guidelines can ensure that new developments complement rather than overshadow the existing urban fabric. It's also crucial to involve local communities in the planning process to ensure that modernization efforts align with residents' values and preserve the intangible aspects of the city's character, such as local customs and ways of life. Ultimately, the goal should be to create a layered urban landscape that tells the story of the city's past while accommodating its present needs and future aspirations. Key vocabulary and phrases. To score high in your IELTS speaking test, use a variety of advanced vocabulary and phrases. Here are some relevant to this topic. Urban renewal, noun, the process of improving and modernizing a city area. Example, the urban renewal project transformed the dilapidated neighborhood into a thriving community. Gentrification, noun, the process of changing the character of a poor urban area through the influx of more affluent residents and businesses. Example, the rapid gentrification of the area led to higher property values, but also displaced many longtime residents. Preserve, verb, to maintain something in its original or existing state. Example, the city council decided to preserve the historic building rather than demolish it. Redevelop, verb, to change a building or area by replacing old buildings or improving old ones. Example, the local government plans to redevelop the abandoned industrial site into a modern residential area. Infrastructure, noun, the basic physical and organizational structures and facilities needed for the operation of a society or enterprise. Example, the city's aging infrastructure needs significant upgrades to support its growing population. Cultural heritage, noun, the legacy of physical artifacts and intangible attributes of a group or society that are inherited from past generations. Example, the restoration of the Old Town Square aims to protect the city's cultural heritage. Tips from an IELTS examiner. Be specific. When describing the place, provide detailed information about its location, appearance, and significance. Use a range of tenses. Since you're discussing changes over time, make sure to use past, present, and present perfect tenses appropriately. Express your opinion. Don't just describe the changes, share your thoughts and feelings about them. This demonstrates your ability to reflect and analyze. Use idiomatic language. Incorporate relevant idioms or collocations to showcase your language proficiency. Practice regularly. Familiarize yourself with various aspects of your hometown so you can speak confidently about any changes or developments. Remember, the key to success in the IELTS speaking test is not just about what you say, but how you say it. Aim for fluency, coherence, and a wide range of vocabulary and grammatical structures. With practice and preparation, you can confidently tackle any question about your hometown's transformation. For more tips on acing your IELTS speaking test, check out our guides on describing a place where you feel inspired and discussing a famous monument in your country. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful, make sure to follow our channel so you don't miss out on more valuable content coming your way. We've got a lot of exciting topics lined up, and we'd love for you to be part of the journey. Hit that follow button and stay connected with us for more insights and inspiration. See you in the next episode.